welcome back to another video. Last night we checked the timing, we fixed the idle issue, we added our K&N intake, put the valve cover back on, did a lot of just regular maintenance stuff, replaced the fuel filter, cleaned up the headlights as best as we could. We're still probably going to order another set because they look a lot better and the light comes through, but the bracket on the driver's side is broken, so it moves around a lot. And I don't know what brand these headlights are. I mean, they're aftermarket, they're probably Chinese, but the high beam, a stock high beam will not fit in there. It looks like one of those weird Nissan high beams, and I don't know why they would even do that for this car. I don't like it. So in the future there will be a nice set of headlight lenses going in there. I need to clean it up still. I still got polish on there from trying to buff out those headlights, but I just replaced the Honda emblems on the front and the rear because the old ones were falling off and they were faded. They looked like that, and with this cover on there, it just looked like trash. So we got new front and rear emblems. They're actually OEM Honda emblems, so they look a lot better than what was on there. Got to replace a bulb in that tail light. I got a set of LED tail light bulbs. I'm going to replace both sides. And then we need to jack the car up, pull that side skirt off, and clean that rail out really good because we have some new side skirts to put on. And we need to adjust the brakes. Like, we need to tackle the brake situation. I have some EBC yellow stuff pads for the front and the rear, and we're going to be installing those. So as I lift one side to work on the side skirt, I'll be pulling the tire and pulling the wheel off and changing the brakes at the same time. Alright, so it definitely idles better now, but it's maybe a little bit high because when I cranked it up, it it fired right up, but it idled at like 2,000 until it started getting warm. So we probably just need to adjust the idle screw a little bit now, because I'm sure the previous owner played with it trying to get it to idle better, but it runs really good. So now we need to lift it up, put it on jack stands, and start removing that side skirt and taking the tires off. We're going to do one side at a time. That way I can change the brakes and the side skirts at the same time and not spend a whole day doing this. Alright, so I got the tire off, and what you're going to do, I'm just changing the brake pads, but in case you've never done it before, there's 2 bolts. You remove both of those, and then your caliper will roll out to the front, and then you just pull the pads out and swap them out. I'm going to be swapping them to EBC's yellow stuff pads, and they have these anti-noise shims that you pretty much just stick to the back of your pad, from what the instructions say anyway. You stick them to the back of the pad, and it reduces brake noise. So we're gonna get on that, and then we'll start removing that side skirt. Alright, so I got these EBC yellow stuff pads, and these little shims, anti-noise shims. Basically you just stick it on there where the piston touches the pad, and then take a razor blade and trim around the side, get the excess off basically. So I'm going to put this in. I already got one side in, so it's installed there. I'm about to install this one. These pads do not come with new hardware, so do not lose your brackets or your bolts, because you won't get new hardware. And the little wear tabs, they don't come with those either, so you just gotta pay attention to them, I guess. But yeah, once we get that in, we'll go grab a C-clamp and compress this piston down and reinstall the caliper, and that will be the driver front will be done. Alright, so this caliper is reinstalled. I'm gonna put the wheel back on. I got the side skirt off, and I'm gonna start working on putting the new side skirt on before I work on the back brakes, because the back brakes are a little bit more difficult than the front. They're not really, it's not hard, but it's a little bit more time consuming than the front. So I'd rather like to focus on getting my my new side skirts on, and then we'll work on the brakes, and then we'll move to the other side out in the sun where it's 90 degrees, and we'll work on that. But hold on one second, I'm going to show you what side skirts I got. Alright, so I bought some PCI side skirts. These are just the 3 inches. I didn't want to go with the 4. I thought they would just be too big for this car. This car being a street car, I just wanted 3 inches. But you know, the factory stock, you know, plastic side skirts, the passenger side fell off. These seem like they would be a lot better than being mounted with those plastic clips. Plus I just like the look of them. So everybody says that you have to cut this front part out, so we're gonna put it up here and see if we need to or not. But I'm pretty sure that we're gonna have to, because everybody else did. But we're just gonna put them up there and see what we got to do. Alright, so I mocked them up with the brackets, and then I drilled the holes, and I used the brackets to find my holes. Hold on, let's see if I can show you a mark. Alright, so I set them up here. I marked the width of the bracket, and then marked the hole where the holes need to be from the underside, and drilled from the bottom side. But I don't know how much more of this process I'm actually going to film, because I'm running out of time and I got to get this done today because I go back to work in the morning. But we're walking around and exploring and just having fun outside for right now. All right, so we're done with the driver's side and it is back on the ground. We got the EBC brake pads in the front and the rear, and we got the PCI side skirts on. What do you guys think? I think they look pretty cool. Let's see if we can get a good shot. I think they look pretty good. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna film. Same process on the passenger side as it is on the driver's side. So just let me know what you guys think. If you like the video, leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and we will see you in the next one.